Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing today? Listen, I want to quickly just address a topic that's starting to gain momentum, or I guess maybe I should say, I want to address a question that I see coming up more and more recently. And the question is dropshipping dead? You know, I started teaching dropshipping on YouTube about 10 months ago. So over the course of the last 10 months, the game has definitely changed a little bit. Let's look at the facts and what we know. First of all, is dropshipping more competitive than it was 10 months ago? Absolutely. I mean, just look at the sheer number of people who are now talking about teaching dropshipping online. Even just on YouTube, the explosion of Shopify experts or dropshipping experts over the past 6 months alone, it's just mind-blowing. And the reason there's an explosion of people willing to teach dropshipping is because there's an explosion of people who are looking to get into dropshipping. And I understand why. Dropshipping is a great model. When else in the course of history have you been able to start a business for $29? I mean, it's unfathomable the opportunity that dropshipping poses for you here. So you're always going to have people who are taking advantage of both sides of the opportunity, and dropshipping is a huge opportunity. So what that means is, yes, it is going to be more competitive these days than it was, say, 10 months ago or 2 years ago. But the reason it's getting more competitive is because it's working. Okay, if the system itself, whatever the system is, or whatever the opportunity is, or whatever the business is, if it wasn't working, then it would not continue to get more competitive. The best example I can think of right now is the direct manufacturer to consumer mattress explosion that's happened over the past couple of years. Probably the most popular brand is Casper. Purple is another brand. The one that we have, boy, I can't even think of it right now. Tuft & Needle, there's another one. And what these are essentially those Tempur-Pedic style or memory foam style mattresses that are now, instead of going to a retailer, they're going from the manufacturer straight to the consumer. And where it used to cost, $2,500 for one of these mattresses, you can now get one from anywhere between $800 and like $1,600. And the quality's right there. And that's because they cut out the retailer. Now the point I'm trying to make is there are so many companies following this exact model right now. It used to be Casper kind of had the market. They were the only direct manufacturer to consumer mattress company that I had ever heard of. And now there's 10, 15, probably 20 of them. I don't even know. I haven't researched it because it is a great business. That's why it's getting more competitive. Now, obviously, if you're looking at e-commerce in general, there's going to be a lot more competition because there's a lot more customers. Okay, I buy a mattress once every 8 years. I buy something online every single day. So that's the difference. But the bottom line is, yes, Shopify now has over 500,000 stores online per their numbers. So that's a lot. Now, not everybody's doing dropshipping. Not everybody's competing for the same customers, of course, but more and more people are coming online. So we know it's more competitive. The other thing we know is there is going to be some ad blindness. And what I mean by that is 2-3 years ago, if you put a cool product up on Aliexpress, put it on Facebook, people have never seen this before, they went crazy for it. Yes, you can do $1 million sales in a month, no problem. That's probably not the case anymore. Yes, I've seen statistics where you can get crazy lucky or find a winning product and you can see some explosive growth. So don't get me wrong, the potential for those $50,000 months is definitely, this is the internet. The potential for $50,000 months is in every business there is. So the potential is out there, but it's not as likely because there is more competition and the consumers are becoming educated on the same type of ads. Okay, so that's the bad news. The good news is it still costs $29 to get your business online. Okay, start up and open a Shopify account. It costs $29 a month. You get 14 days free. If you follow the link in the description below, I'll give you a tutorial how to do it, and I'll give you 21 days free as well. But the point I'm trying to get at is you don't have to do dropshipping forever, okay? This is a great way to learn the skill. Now, the fact of the matter is no matter what you do, if you're not within 5 years of retirement, your job is going to be threatened by automation. Okay, this is just a fact. I always like to talk about Amazon. Amazon claims they're going to add 100,000 jobs or something like that in the next whatever number of years, or maybe it's 300,000 jobs in the next whatever X number of years, and it really doesn't matter. The point is for every job Amazon adds, they kill something like 3. So if they're going to add 100,000 jobs over the next 2 years, they're going to kill 300,000 jobs. Now, don't quote me on those stats, but that's a pretty good estimation of what's happening with automation. And there's really no industry to be exempt from it. I mean, you know, probably the closest one that I can see in the near future that's going to have a major impact. I mean, automation is already wiping out jobs, but think about when the trucking industry becomes automated. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you know, that's for another time. Go ahead and Google that. But that's going to put a lot of people out of work. And what they're going to do is they're going to come looking for other jobs. And that's going to put stress on the market no matter what you do. And you know, there is no industry exempt. So the bottom line is, you know, in the future, like I said, this is probably not the next 2 or 3 years, but in the future, it's probably going to come to a point where there's some sort of living wage or something that's paid by the government, because simply the just jobs are not going to be available. And I'm not trying to get into politics or too much forward thinking or prognostication, but I think you can see that the writing's pretty much on the wall. And really, the people who are going to be living the good life are going to be the entrepreneurs, the people who have something of value, whether that is a business, whether that is the skills to run a business. You know, I just, you know, obviously everybody's going online. Obviously everything's moving to e-commerce. I mean, you can see that in the physical stores that are closing down all the time. So I guess this is kind of a rant and kind of a tangent, but the point I'm trying to make here is dropshipping is a great way to start acquiring these skills. You know, no matter what people tell you online, you're probably not going to go and open up your Shopify store and start being rich in 2 weeks. It's just not going to happen. There's too many skills involved. There's too many things you have to learn, okay? I guess the point I'm trying to make is if you do want to be successful online, if you do want to control your own destiny, it's time to start learning those skills while it's so affordable. And that's what dropshipping is all about. Start your business. Start selling products, learn how to market products, learn how to set your store up, learn how to make it look good, learn how to increase conversions, learn how to acquire emails, learn how to acquire customers, learn how to remarket to them for free. I mean, these are the skills you need to start learning. Then once you learn these skills, maybe you create your own product, maybe you do a private label venture, maybe you invent something, maybe you take a trend like cold pressed juices. You know, whatever it is that you're passionate about, maybe you create a product surrounding that passion, and then you already have the skills to sell that online. Then you have a business. Then you can run this yourself. Then you don't have to hire other people and start paying a bunch of money and start worrying about your bottom line right out of the gate, more than you have to with just the first set of variables. You know, the bottom line is, even if you're not going to get rich with dropshipping, I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying, even if you're not going to do it, it's at least a beginning. You have to start. I've been doing this for almost 6 years now. Yeah, I quit my job. Yeah, I do pretty well. Yeah, I hope to do better. But this is a process, man. I mean, I'm not a millionaire yet, but I have a pretty good idea that I'm going to be, because I've learned the skills, I've laid the foundation, and I continue to press forward. I'm thinking long term. So that's really what the dropshipping opportunity is all about, and the e-commerce opportunity is all about in general. So I encourage you, if you've tried and failed, or if you're struggling, keep going, because even if you get a Shopify store set up and you start dropshipping and running Facebook ads, and even if you don't make a sale, I mean, most people make a sale and start, you know, seeing some momentum here eventually, but even if you don't make a sale, it's not a failure. You learned skills. You learned how to start an e-commerce store. You learned something about supply chain management. You know how to run Facebook ads, and you've gained some skills in the marketing world. Okay, those are valuable skills. You can market those skills. See, this is just opportunity to get out there, get started, and start learning something that can set you up and help you control your life. I'm not begging you, but I'm pleading with you. Think about it like that. You have to do something. You have to do something. E-commerce is a great way to go. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. If you want that free Shopify tutorial plus a 21-day discount, it's in the description below. And if you just want to start learning kind of some of the skills it's going to take to be successful online, I invite you to come over to Beginner's Mastermind if you haven't already done so. It's my membership community. There is a small monthly fee. You can get a huge discount if you pay the yearly fee, but it's going to teach you the skills that you need to start learning to be successful online. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.